Hey, I'm Christina and thank you so much for coming back to my channel. If you can like and subscribe, it would mean the absolute world to me. Today I'm just going to be vlogging about meditation and how I started, why, what it changed for me and like why it might be good for you too. So the reason that I started meditation was because I was seeing this one guy and he ended up saying to me, if you meditate, your anxiety will go away. And I was like, no way. I don't believe that, for a starter. And the thought of sitting in a room for like maybe 5, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, sitting on a chair like by yourself, like was not appealing in the slightest. However, he did say one thing to me. He said, if you do it for 2 weeks, your life's gonna change. But most people can't do it. Most people can't even stick it a year. Like, you'll never be able to do it. You won't be able to do it. Like, there's no way. So that kind of, like, that kind of really got to me. It was like, well, I'm gonna have to prove you wrong. So at that time, I had quite bad anxiety and I used to kind of like shake a wee bit and it wasn't that good. And he also told me that if you did it, these were the benefits. So first off, you would stay the same age. And as someone like really young back then, I was like, oh my God, yes, like I would love to stay this age forever. Like, that's amazing. So there was that. There was like the second thing, something's gonna change in 2 weeks when you do it. So if you start out slow and you work your way up to 15 minutes a day, something's gonna change. So I was like, right, okay, interesting. But none of this got me. It was only what he said before it got me that I couldn't do it. And then I think, anxiety stopped, something's gonna change. Yeah, anxiety stopped. So I was like, well, does that mean I'm gonna stop? And I was like, I wonder. So I was like, right, okay, I'm gonna give this a shot. So he also recommended the book, The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. But as I've said before, I'm not really good at reading, so I got the Audible version and it was pretty good. Like, it actually taught me a load of things. Like, I would really recommend it to any of you guys. So how my first 2 weeks went. I actually was like really committed to it. Like, I fully gave it everything. I started at 5 minutes. I worked my way up to 15 to 17 minutes now, but 15 at the time. And I was like, okay, I reckon I can do it. And as I worked myself up slowly, like things started to change. It's super weird. So my head was like a mad scatterbrain because I just moved to Rotterdam in the Netherlands and I just left all my friends behind, and the room that I was staying in at uni, like it was just like a total mess. Like it was ransacked. And then I just started to like slowly start cleaning it. And then my mind started being clean too. It was mad. But it was just sort of like out of nowhere. Like I switched my room, I made it nice, I made it comfortable, like all my friends came around, it was great. And then I kind of stopped to shake, like a little bit. After, a couple of weeks, I was just like, geez, this actually works. Like, and I'll keep going. Like, and also I have to prove you wrong, so I'm definitely keeping going. So, how I started to do it in the way that I meditate. Basically, instead of sitting up, which I just can't do, I always lie down and used to put my hands on my tummy and then breathe like in and out, like, and just like watch my breath. And this is like crazy for somebody, especially who's got like a cuckoo mind. I was like, it was so many thoughts kept coming into my head and it was really hard to like calm them down. So what you should do is you should breathe in through the nose and out through your mouth. or in through the nose, out through your nose, whichever is the best breath for you, but right to your abdomen. And the more you do this, and the more thoughts that keep coming into your mind, like the crazy ones, you just, instead of like thinking about them and like dwelling on them, you just breathe right into them, and then you just try and forget. Now, he told me as well that if I got really, really good at it, I might have a quiet mind for up to 5 minutes. It was like, that's a pure joke. That's not gonna happen. So I've been doing it for quite a few years now. I know, like, not that old, like a few years now. And I can tell you that out of the things that he said that worked, one, it did change my life in 2 weeks. 2, I feel the same age. I don't feel like I've grown any like older, at least not internally anyway. Like, I feel like great. 3, I proved actually 3 and 1 and all the ones should be like the best. I proved them absolutely wrong. So give myself a little pat on the back for that. Yeah, like my mind's like more focused. I don't want to shake with anxiety, at least not that often anyway. Like I barely have, like, I don't think I've had a panic attack in a long time. And if so, it's probably because of the drink. But also meditation is very good for a hangover. But it's really, really good for you. Like, just the amount of like energy that you get is absolutely amazing. So I can tell you that it does work, and it does have some magic effect in your life, but you're not gonna know what it is for like 2 weeks. So that means you have to start off slowly, like the 5 minutes, and you have to work your way up to 15 minutes. Now, I would not recommend sitting up. Like, well, actually, you know, up to you. It's whatever way that you feel comfortable. But for me, it's like, no, I'm just gonna lie down because that's like, no. But it also is really good for bedtime as well. I do it 15 minutes every day in the morning at some point, and I do it 10 minutes at night if I can. And the 10 minutes at night, if you're ever like crazy head and you're like, oh, I just need to calm down, I can't sleep, I've got insomnia or like whatever, you meditate. Trust me, put that alarm on, always have an alarm on, just so that your like mind can like consciously go, all right, I have an alarm on. I'm gonna stop this at a certain point. Have that alarm on and then try it again, and like you will fall asleep like shh. But one thing I can't say that has happened yet, I haven't had a full 5 minutes of complete no mental noise. I think I've made it maybe up to 3 minutes. Yeah. So I think there's only been maybe since he started telling me this, I think maybe 2 weeks tops, I've not done it in a day. And that's probably because I've been up the full night, like. But yeah, I would 100% give it a go. And that's just like what I do for myself, but I would 100% recommend it to you. Like, it's amazing. And I think it can just bring like the best things to you, and like there's loads of different types of meditations as well, which maybe I'll go into another point. But this is the one that I do every day, and like, trust me, it works. But I don't think you can do it. There's only a few people that can do it for a certain amount, forever. So I don't know if you're one of them. For a year. That's what he said, for a year. But you know what? If you are one of them, let me know in a year's time. Thank you so much for listening to my vlog. I've also just launched my super naughty page, so I've attached that like below. So if you want to see more of me there, you can. Please like and subscribe, and thank you so much for watching again. Thank you.